Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go, Jack!
first play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback.
Now the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this.
Best I can do is get you that because I can't hold it up to watch the screen. You can go watch the stream.
Anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
I can't hold the phone up like that. I need to focus. You're a distraction.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
You hear the same audio coming through on the stream. You saw it earlier. I can't hold the phone up. I don't have 3 hands. I don't have 3.
He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers.
I don't got 3 hands, though.
I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Man open, that's complete to Darwin.
Had Hassan Reddick out in coverage.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync.
You get the point. Go watch the stream if you want to see the game.
In the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Eagles at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Hurts fumbles it. Shit. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
4 yards remain for second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. That looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A First down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll run left with Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, this defense rallies and they stop and show the first down right near the 24. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 3-2 their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
On second down, it's Sermon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hurts. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipos now. Fielded just inside the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, Prescott again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up late at 10 minutes. And he'll start out great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward. But it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half, and the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line. Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson real quick. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll take this to the 46. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he fires one incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go, Jack.
They'll run for it. Sermon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. You can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Dallas always tries to load up with guys who can stretch things downfield. Their latest pickup is wide receiver Jalen Tolbert at the University of South Alabama, who brings a well-rounded game to the field, and he uses it there to pick up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One of the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 75. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 33. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. So this one maybe not in the win column just yet. Instead of adding 3 to the 4th quarter lead, they surrender 6 the other direction on the block field goal return.
And for such a critical kick, the blocking has to be better. Brandon, that reminds me of a game that you called. Became famous, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Florida State,
That's
Georgia
right.
Tech, right? Didn't you have something similar?
Yep, a block kick return late. Unbelievable. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. His outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. no doubt about it. He's having himself a game.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they'll face a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second and 8. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Great stop by Darius Slay to back up the offense.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this won't do it. He needed 6. So he got halfway there. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
A give to Elliott running left. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Maher is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in second down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 25 seconds to go. They must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Dallas, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.